How many times have you felt unable to make a decision? Which task do I start with? The most urgent? The most important? The most near at hand? Never mind, how about I just look blankly at my computer screen for the next few minutes and then watch a YouTube video? What happens when your whole life is consumed with this kind of analysis paralysis? You want to do something truly awesome with your life and you come across lots of good opportunities, but you're never quite sure if that's what you're supposed to do. The good news is that you are not condemned to a life of endless indecision. Rather, you are made to live well, to choose well, and to come by small steps into the possession of genuine freedom. The key to this transformation, the virtue of prudence. Prudence is the virtue which informs and inspires human action. Prudence draws on your stores of knowledge, both from your experience and that of others. It sensitizes you to sound principles, hones your ability to reason, gives you a knack for snap judgments, projects your life into the future, and even helps you adjust along the way as you carry out your plans. Sounds handy, right? Let's dig in further. Take the example of, say, voting in an election. To vote well, you need to shape your decision. Prudence aids you in your reasoning, helping you compare approaches, project out policies, and envision the promised platforms. Then, this virtue spurs you on to the next step where you vote. Along the way, you may be tortured by thoughts of might have beens or could still be's, but prudence helps you put those doubts in check. Politics is the art of the possible, and prudence is the virtue of the practical. In a game of cards, you can't always be asking for a new hand. At a certain point, you have to play the cards you're dealt. Prudence is the virtue which helps you make the best of your hand and then move on to what's next. Why prudence, though? Sounds like a 19th century children's author from Nebraska, and not even from Omaha. Why this virtue? Certainly, there are plenty of virtues in which we can grow. Temperance, fortitude, and justice come to mind. Each helps us to pursue different good things like food or family life or civic friendship. But it falls to prudence to organize these different pursuits. Temperance, fortitude, and justice are like the infantry, cavalry, and artillery of an army. Prudence is like a general who deploys them each to advantage in the campaign as he oversees the prosecution of the war. So yes, life is difficult and decisions can be hard to make. But if we seek to optimize consequences or maximize positive emotions at every turn, we will lose ourselves in a series of hesitations and retreats. Such is not the life for which you were destined. You were made to encounter the truth and to pursue the good, and to do so confidently and boldly your whole life long. So set your mind on prudence and get busy living. I'm Father Gregory Pine, a Dominican friar of the province of St. Joseph and the author of Prudence, Choose Confidently, Live Boldly, for Edify.
People often ask me, Father Gregory, how do I actually cultivate prudence in my life? When responding to that question, I'll ask the individual, well, what are the sins against prudence that are most likely to trip you up? So that way I can give more sensitive and sensible counsel. I'll talk about this a little bit more and give you some helpful tips for cultivating prudence in the next video here. So as the Lord said, click and see. Or was it something else?